This is the chief designer of the Magma Chamber Simulator, Sky Anthony Brown, speaking to you with his voice, and I intend to give you a short summary of how we arrived at this wonderful position. Well, we owe an awful lot to the legendary Sergei Kolarov, the chief designer of Soviet rocketry, and he maintained anonymity in the West until his death in 1966, basically fearing Western espionage death. Well, I've decided now to reveal my identity to you, previously withheld for fear of professional ridicule. In the background, you can see a few of my programming colleagues. My qualification for this operation is, beyond my physics background, is 30 years in rock and roll bands with Professor Frank Sparrow. And here he is, the young professor, raring to go in both rock and roll. And one legendary Saturday morning, he said to me, "Could you come and help me with some Excel?" So I agreed, and pretty soon we were fast friends. So by 2004, we produced this model. This model is algebraic. We call it RK, stands for Runge Kutta methods, and we are introducing our collaborator on this, Miss Wendy Borson, whose qualifications, aside from her tolerance of the boys, is an extraordinary, clever mental acuity. And here are the algebraic references for Runge Kutta. You'll notice that already we're setting things like set up the thermal parameters or set up the recharge parameters. This is very much a data entry algebraic model, and the output is predominantly numerical informed spreadsheets, valid stuff completely. Sparrow and Brown and Borson continued on, and here's the toy model from 2011. And in the toy model, we had the capability of running many millions of cases over and over and over again to identify that ultimately these initial arbitrary states evolve into 5 possible mixed states. This is a significant finding in this paper here in American Mineralogist 2016. But the real achievement, I think, of our professional careers is the Magma Chamber Simulator, shown here in its original spec document of 2008. Well, some of those features survive to this day. Look at this one right here. Buttons on the left, graphs generating on the right. Looks like we've just had a successful completed run. But what you get out of this, the Magma Chamber Simulator, are these wonderful, this is a TAS diagram here showing the evolution in the glorious red line from bottom to top of the simulation just completed, moving through geological space. You get wonderful graphical output produced for you. And to complete the picture and make the thing absolutely irresistible to petrologists worldwide is the introduction by this gentleman, Jussi Heinonen. And Jussi has codified up the ability to perform trace analysis on the output of the Magma Chamber Simulator. So here's the capability of setting up which elements you want to be involved. So we've got a wonderful tool for you. We've had a lot of people contributing over the years. Over on the left, a few of the graduate students, but on the right, picture of Mark Giosso, whose MELT's computational engines really underpin this Magma Chamber Simulator. So I can only leave you with the words of Vladimir Ilyich Lenin, who said, "With the Magma Chamber Simulator in full operation, the Soviet way of life can now be wholly crystallized all around the world." I say goodbye to you, and Vik Vidanya, comrades.